All right, welcome back to Bearcat Sports Chat. And real quick here before we talk to Coach Timmons, if you haven't filled out for the raffle for the $10 gift certificate, make sure you come up here. We've got a couple of spare pieces of paper. Just sign your name to it and tear it off. And we'll draw here in just a few minutes. I think we're going to have Coach Timmons draw it in just a minute. So if you haven't filled out that raffle, come on up here and you got a chance to win a gift certificate to Buffalo Wild Wings. Coach Timmons is going to fill him out one, it looks like, are you? All right, we got Coach Timmons from girls varsity basketball joining us now. Coach, 4-0 in Southwest District play after playing an extremely tough early slate. What does it say about your team that they're undefeated right now, sitting at the top of the district? And when did you see this momentum start to take root?
Well, we set ourselves up for a tough off season and preseason before we got into the conference. So we kind of set the goal to be playing this way. You know, we talked about that today. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. You want to be playing your best basketball going into February and continuing into March. And I think we're getting closer and closer every day, just continuing to get better. We've had big contributions from a bunch of the girls. You know, we had a great fan boost base at Lebanon, and that was we had a big third quarter, and we had a bunch of support. That's one of the best things about this group right now. We have a ton of support, and they feed off of it.
So they feed off that energy, and let's see what Mark's got.
Oh yeah, they feed off of it. I feed off it as well. I love having the crowd into it. You know, we talk about playing some fun basketball. You know, entertainment basketball. You know, we're not gonna get any slam dunks. We're not gonna get any slam dunks in our game. You talk about the charge, diving on loose balls, things like that. It's gonna make it. That's our slam dunk.
You know, right now you have a really big turnaround. How do you handle the expectations to talk about being top dog or Cat being in this district?
I think we live for those type of moments. You know, we want people to understand, and when they come in to play us or we go to play them, know that we're coming to bring them everything we've got, and you're gonna have to flat out beat us to take that from us. You know, a lot of teams, you know, they walk into the season with big goals. We walk into the season with goals as well, and our goals are usually to repeat. You know, most of this group has been around for a couple years, and they have 2 back-to-back conference/district championships, and this group doesn't want to be the first not to win it.
And I hate using this excuse for a lot of things, but you can still claim that you're a young team. I mean, you have one senior, but here you are top of the district with really nothing else to say about it.
You know, we play a ton of basketball. We work hard. You know, we are. We are. How about that? How's that? We're extremely. You know, you can say young, but we play so much and practice so hard. We continue to get it going.
Maybe I'll be a little louder. All right. What was the question? What was the question you had?
So it's a big turnaround. Like we mentioned, the youth of this team, you can still claim to be young. How do you avoid making excuses on tough losses and just keep yourself driving on to the next destination?
We don't make excuses. We every loss is a learning experience. That's how we take it. We took a bunch of bumps this year, and hopefully we've learned from each one. I don't allow excuses. My 8-year-old, I don't let him allow no excuses. So I don't let the girls bring excuses into the program at all either. You know, we don't play hard. If we lose a game by, turning the ball over or not playing hard, there's no excuse for that. And we can take a loss if a team comes out and just outplays us. We can take that. I think we've built that mentality where our mindset knows if we go out there and give everything we got, and we take a loss there, we're okay with it. But if we don't come out to play and we take a loss, we have to deal with it.
So, Coach, going into tomorrow's game versus Marion, you've had a full week off. Now, do you think that long of a break is an advantage or a hindrance to the momentum that you've gained to this point?
Can't tell until you roll it out. I think it doesn't matter how many times you play a week. It's just what kids you get that day. You're dealing with 14 to 18-year-old girls. As we've learned throughout the years, every day is a different day. You never know what we're going to get. But when you build a mentality that you just got to play hard every time, every possession, we put ourselves in situations to win ball games.
And how much of a factor is it that you've played this team before? Does that go into the game plan much, or you kind of just –
No, we have not really talked about anybody else except for us for the past couple weeks. We come in the same. We're gonna be Virginia High School. We're gonna play Virginia High Lady Bearcat basketball. We're gonna push the tempo. We're gonna play defense. It doesn't matter who we're gonna play against. We gotta be us. If we can put our best foot, our best team out on a court every night, I think it gives us a chance to beat anybody.
So, which players have really been clicking the last few weeks, and have there been any unsung heroes who really don't get their name thrown out a lot?
It's hard not to, look at the stat line and say how great Taylor Owens is playing right now. She's finding a rhythm, taking good shots, hitting good shots, getting to the free throw line, shooting. It's tough. I don't know when I was just talking about this earlier, she's got to be shooting in the 70% from the field right now. She's taking great shots, getting good shots. But off of that, it's teammates helping find her. Getting to the lane, kicking it to her, making the extra pass. I think some of our girls have been so excited to watch her. I mean, when we played Marion last time, I think she had 31 in the locker room. I think everybody wanted to take a picture with her to just tell everybody how well she played. It was just, I think we feed off of that. Lebanon the other night, I challenged our senior at halftime, and I challenged her. I mean, if she wanted these minutes back, she needs to go deserve it. She needs to prove that she deserved them, and she came out, and we had a great third quarter. I think she out-rebounded Lebanon herself in the third quarter by herself, and we've had stat stuffers. Amaya Lee, Jada Campbell has been playing some great defense lately, getting it going. Her shot starting to fall. She hasn't exploded yet, but it will come, and when that happens, we'll be extremely dangerous. Amaya Lee, it's hard not to talk how much she does for this group. She scores, she'll score, she'll rebound, she'll defend. She does a ton for us, but a name that nobody really talks about right now, and it's probably my fault because I'm on her so hard because, she's our next up. She's the next up. Being the youngest is Allie. She's averaging 9 points a game. I think she had 9 or 8 rebounds the other night at Lebanon. She had about 5 assists the other night, and she's been playing great ball, but I never get to tell her how good she's playing because I'm always being mean to her and telling her how bad she's playing just to keep motivating her. And then our younger group, those younger girls, our 3 freshmen and 2 sophomores that never played, every day they continue to get better. I'm not the easiest coach to play for because I push you every day, and you can do great one day and the next day I'm gonna forget about it and I'm gonna make you do it again. And they have locked in. They've come in to get going.
So I guess my question to you is, you're definitely the tough love kind of coach. How do these girls know when you're actually deep down you're there for them and not just being mean to them like you said?
I think they've come to know that I'm always there for them. It's just they mean the world to me. They know that, and so I can jump on them. True story. Me and Taylor Owens at halftime of Tazewell game, we're going at it because I'm telling her to get back on D. She told me, I know, and I said, well, if you know, do it. And then she go into halftime. She goes. I said, oh, you know what I'm talking about, right? You know to get back. Why are you not getting back? And she's looking at me. She's so mad. And I said, but you're playing good offensively. Now you just got to play some good defense and get out there. She was mad until I think 1 minute left on the clock at halftime. I said, are you going to let this go or going to go play? And she smiled and keep it going, and she had a great game. She hit some big free throws down the stretch for that game. Amaya Lee, she gets a lot, and I took it off of her for a little bit this year and pushed it towards Allie, and I was a point guard. I played college basketball, all that good stuff, and so I'm hard on my point guards. I want them to do all the yelling and pushing your teammates that I don't get to do, so I can love on them more. And this year, they're starting to do that a little bit. I got one that I'm scared of, so I really don't push on her too much. I think if I yell at Madison Campbell too much, she might get me in my sleep. So I don't. I try my hardest not to.
Yeah, and you're really animated on the sidelines. How does that really play into your coaching style?
I've always said if I'm not breaking a sweat, how can they break a sweat? I coach as hard as they play. I want to be dead. Like if I walk into the locker room after the game and I'm not dead tired, that means I didn't coach my hardest. And how can I get mad at them if they're dead tired? So I push them as hard as I want to be pushed. Our group is different than most teams. We talk about constructive criticism all the time, and it's not just me giving it. I'm an open book. I think my skin's tough, and I let them give it too. Jada Campbell's probably the meanest person I know, and she'll let you know if you're down. She's gonna tell you. Now, if I didn't call a play, or if I was asleep, or if I'm not pushing them defensively, she's gonna say something to me. And Maya Lee's the same way, and that's why I'm trying to force that on some of the younger girls to understand that I'm pushing you, but I want you to push me too. If they don't push me, I won't become the best coach I can be. If I don't push them, they won't be the best person they can be.
All right, Coach, can you give us a feel of the locker room? What's the mood right now? I know it's got to be pretty happy after the last couple of weeks.
No. Our mood in our locker room changes every day. Game by game. Listen, like today, they came in the gym today. We had practice today. You could have thought to start practice that we were not undefeated. They came in here mad, hungry. We were missing shots, so they were mad. They got frustrated, and then at the end of the game, we do a lot of competition game-wise in practice, always trying to win. They were down 8 with 15 minutes left to go in practice, come out and win by 13. We try to take that to games, but they don't come in thinking, oh, we're undefeated. I don't allow them to. Truth be told, I think I've told our parents I've been blessed with some of the best parents you can ask for. They've came through for me tons of times, and they push our girls too. They don't let our girls get big, and they sometimes I have to do some of the loving because our parents get them. They won't let them get heads big, and that's the great part about it. We come in every day knowing that we've not done anything yet. Our goal is to get out the first round, something we've not done. We want to be down. We want to be at state. We want to get there. So every day we got to come in with that energy. And, tomorrow, hopefully we'll come in the first half of the game and come out to play. Sometimes it doesn't work that way, but we always try to find a way to get it out of ourselves.
So looking ahead to tomorrow, what does your team need to do both mentally and schematically to go 2-0 over the next 2 days?
Go out and play. We got to be, scouting reports and all that good stuff. That's good. But the thing about that is, we have to worry about ourselves. When we come in and we push ourselves, and we come out and Amaya is telling Jada she needs to get the D. Amaya telling Jada she needs to jump the defense, or Tay is telling Tay doesn't tell anybody anything. If Kerrigan is telling somebody to do something, that's when we're at our best, when we start pushing. Tay's our silent assassin. She don't say much.